of all, I want to thank Epic Radio 99.3 for giving this opportunity for spending it now for talk about the foundation. We really appreciate that. So again, my name is Hawa. Me and my brother them in 2005, we launched this foundation here, but sort of like a unincorporated for help students in Sierra Leone. Mostly we be the sponsor. Give scholarship for university students then where they do their dissertation. Because education is something where we grew up with. We Papa, His Excellency Ishmael Baintelo KAMARA, and as somebody will be really big on education, as somebody will be really there at the beginning of the founding of Sierra Leone we country. As a matter of fact, he be there at the first cabinet post-independence. So for me, where I grew up, I always be the see person in the can we host where I believe. I don't know what they can do. Okay. But later on in life, I can't realize for say, now give back me papa be the give back. Give back to family, give back to community. So for say anybody we want land, anybody we want for serious, if they sponsor them for me then go school. So that now something we stick now we head. Me and my brother in America we grew up, but Salon means something to we because now we foundation that. So the foundation really now for focus how we go help Salon people then, especially then women them, then young people then, for building capacity through education. So then self go tin up their young food, then go do something for themselves. But what we learn from your papa is you always get for give back to family, you always get for give back to community. So 2005 now we begin. But you know me now personally, I don't work in the international community in the United Nations for 38 years. I be always no say where I retire. I want to do something for Salon. So I retired last year, 2024. So the first thing we me and my brother then do now for me, we register the foundation in the United States. So we now registered international NGO 501c3 in America, where they focus on women's economic empowerment, youth capacity building and leadership, and also sustainable environments.
One of the listeners go and say those areas are very broad. Where you talk about, you know, the capacity of women alone, it's huge. Considering the other aspects or areas they want to uncover, how una get to go about that?
Well, as I say, I don't work in an international organization for a while. So something like a Boku Salon people that just cover a commission for the status of women in America. I don't know if they know about that in the United Nations. Where they talk about all women's issues there. So I don't work in that area then where I deal with beneficiaries then. Because me can't say I sit on so I say, hey, now this they need na salon. I get for they in contact with the beneficiaries then for know waiting at their needs. I also get for know waiting at the framework that the country, with the international organizations that they do. Based on that, now we program them together. Also, partnership and collaboration are something we're very big. I can't say I go sit down on side and they do all thing. I get partners them across the global networks, but also we develop partnership inside Salon as well. So, you know, it's very easy for say you this on side, you the plan program, but we on purpose now for work with the local community, with the grassroots. So right now in our salon we get women's economic empowerment program, who they call She Rises Sierra Leone. So right now we sponsor like a 12 microfinance projects. We get some people that when are seamstress, we get some people that when are caterers then, we get some people that when are hairdresser, we get some people that we get boutique them. Some of them young women they don't either get business where they help them for build them for make them stronger through the microcredits, the funding where they give them. We give them business training, but also we give them life skills training. You have to be able to speak. You have to be confident. You got to know what you got for, you know, tell people and attract them to your business. So that's just one of the programs that they do in our salon.
Looking at the work where you make mention, see Papa they do, where una young, you know, they help people them for, you know, able to access formal education. And when you talk about education, you get formal, informal, and the things that we make mention soon are things where other people that we're not able for get the formal education can embark on at the end of the day so far. Apart from those things we make mention, how about formal education inside salon? You know, we'll not go ever shy away from the fact that people in this still want for be educated, but not get the upper hand for go either university or secondary school. So waiting now go do in that regard.
So what I do? Me program what they do now for empower women there and women and they in charge. But I tell you they here with two other men there.
Yes.
So they pass the floor over to the man there within the room because we believe in he for she also.
So make a, that question, yeah.
Yeah, to that question, on the formal education, we sponsor students, because we know, say, really, we believe that every young person get the ability, in fact, get the capacity, not just access to education could be the problem. So we make sure, so we provide scholarships. And from very early on, now we intervene.
Okay.
Because that's where it makes a difference. Forget a solid foundation. And then up to university level, with a sponsor students. So on the formal side, that's one aspect we focus on.
So how they do identify the people or the students, and we for sponsor? How they go about that?
Right, we get an application form where we create, and then we go to the different communities, rural especially. That's where we really want to focus, because we know that's where people are at the margins, they're marginalized, and we provide this application form, and they can apply for the scholarships.
Okay.
And this is not something we've done, they do from way before.
You can't establish the organization or the foundation.
Yes, even before we establish.
Okay.
Because on a one-on-one basis, we identify students then. We get the ability, we get the talents, for go school, but not because of poverty, maybe even some cultural norms. When I say some taking off for go school, we want to address and attend to those issues very early on.
Okay, make I talk to the chief strategist. In doing all of this, it must be that I don't put some strategies in place. Organization and they so much now the country where they do similar thing where on our for embark on so, but most of them don't they get wrong over the years one way or the other. Perhaps they all be strategized well. So what are some of the strategies your foundation has put in place to get this right in Sierra Leone?
Yeah, thank you very much. As my, let's say, board of the directors, they said about it, because the foundation itself was started in 2005.
Okay.
And then later on, after the boss has just resigned, let's say, retired from the United Nations, she said, no, I've been seeing people coming to the UN whereby they don't have the voice that is heard. So let's see how we can try to make this voice heard through the civil society. That's why the foundation said, before we go further in Africa, why don't we start where we were born? So they thought about Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is where we're starting as a, let's say, the starting point, where we see how the program is going to go, because she's been working in multilateral corporations, in multinational organizations like United Nations, whereby we say, if our flagship programs are going to succeed in Sierra Leone, which they have already succeeded, them say, and then we're going to go beyond Africa region. So we are focusing on Sierra Leone today, but we also work with other regions like Kenya, like Burundi, Rwanda. So we are international. But today, because of this legacy of the founding father, let's say, who gave them also this opportunity to go to school, it gave them an opportunity to know what they have to produce or what they have to contribute to this country.
Okay.
So we cannot go to start from Kenya, yet Sierra Leoneans also, they need this support. So we need to start here, and then we expand all over Africa. So we are international, though we are locally Sierra Leonean registered organization.
Is it part of your mandate to as well sponsor children that are in primary school for them to be educated?
Yeah, for the primary school also, because there are several schools around here we do. Though our executive director or the president, she's been doing that also on a personal basis, because she never did that through the organization. But I know when we were looking at the records, she's been sponsoring many, many young people around this country. And now, not only the primary school and secondary, also people in university, she said.
Okay.
But also she's like, because she's all, let's say, internationally connected, sometimes the young people, they even write on social media and say, Auntie, how are you, I need this thing. Then she said, guys, do you think, what about this person? How can we sponsor? She does not only sponsor about the education, even some young people who are really talented, who can be outspoken in international organizations, international conferences. Sometimes they get scholarship to get a ticket to go. Someone can say, hey, there's a conference in Baku, I remember last time. At the last minute, nobody has ever done that, because if you come and say, I need a ticket to go to a conference, climate conference, then she said, I'm going to sponsor this guy. Then I
Oh,
said,
wow.
how?
Oh.
Then the guy got a ticket, and then he was fully sponsored to go to the event. And then he was not part of the ABDK Foundation. So you see how
Okay.
we promote and encourage young people to be part of this.
Okay. Yeah, make a come again to Antiawa. You know, talking of the picking them with the primary school as well, we are just make mention. Sponsoring them for go back now school now one, but some you ask them parents them, even for lunch for go school they not get perhaps now then they make the next send the picking to school. So apart from the sponsor or apart from you sponsoring their education, what other things that you do we go make the picking and stay in our school and able for learn?
So what I go say is we get 2 schools where we don't identify now. Salonia we want work with. So we come November, we go visit Hope Academy for Girls New York. I take a team of people there, not only from your NGO, but other NGO party than what I get. Because as I say, collaboration and partnership key to get anything done. And it can be collaboration with other organizations them, collaboration with government because it's important, or collaboration with multilateral organizations. So all them different organizations here then get different expertise. So not so for just money no more for say they go school. But we they look for see how we work with community, how we work with families, because education, not so the picking number where they go school, now the family also. And it could be maybe economic empowerment for the family, but it's also informal education, like what you they talk. How you the cross within the beginning learn at school, in the care and go down house. How for making important for make mama and papa no say not to boy picking number they go school, girl picking self they go. Then itself get value. Or waiting at the value of education. Or how within a mama and papa, you just want to send you picking go school, but you self get for being involved. You get for know the teacher them.
So how you do identify them to schools here?
So Hope Academy, full transparency, Wami Famble, Alia KAMARA, I don't get this school for a very long time. We don't watch them, we dey support them. I say, well, I cancel me self, bang, bang, I want to go look and see what they do. I'll be so amazed. Now, a private school, where you get independent, but the girl picking they not they pay. I was so impressed in the work where they don't do, where they grab them tinap. Me now so and so. I want to be lawyer. I want to be doctor. You know, really professional categories. Then another school now. We are the future school now. Lombly. I be work for again United Nations na Kenya UN Habitat. I be get project na Salon where they do center for young picking them. So where the UN pull out. The people that are in the community, then create a school. So that's something I remember, you know, for young picking also. So I work with them for, help them for anything they need. Now they can for tell me everything that they need. For example, for Christmas, we give them a holiday party. I already know we talk for say they want to make party for the picking they not get money. So we find out what they need, we sponsor that day for them. But then they do, like right now they sit, I don't know now, why they sit, then they study something. Yeah, so then we need some, support for that. We help them with that day. So really, it's based on the needs of the schools then. One thing I want to say is with the focus per elementary school, but the reason why I'm not too big in that because all international organizations, then they do that. Waiting and they forget, now waiting they happen where you done high school, secondary school, and where you ready for go college. That make we defend a niche, an area where we're able to support them picking and they for them books, for laptop. Even we get 4 scholarships where they give at the different university then. We they give them lunch money and transportation. Because then tell me say you don't give me this money now, but how do you go? So that then can't and they with the work part.
Mr. KAMARA Taylor, Ishmael. Establishing such a foundation in Sierra Leone, one could tell you say it takes a lot because the issues are many, especially in the education sector. In as much as the government so makes strides for support speaking them through the free quality education, there are so many other challenges. Talking about Freetown alone, where Madam Awa make mention of, you go to the provinces, there are lots of issues. I can recall late last year, some people may even travel through boat for go school now and far to reach area, and then the boats may end up capsized, and then may even lost 2 of the picking them in that process. So that alone, they show you how the issue in a salon. It goes from communities, then picking, they don't even get blackboard for right on. So that's how serious the issue be. In all of this, we know you're talking about education or so. On a plan for extend or go not in fact to reach areas and therefore give support where necessary.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
One of the things about the organization, we really want everything to be locally determined. They go all across the country, look at what their needs are. We believe in that then they frame the issues, just like you don't frame the issues now. Because now the only way that then will come up with solutions, we go address those issues. We know one sound like an external group where just they come in, tell them what they for do, how they for solve problems. So we they do analysis, of course. So all throughout the country, we've mapped out a plan to go into all the various areas, whether it's in education or whether climate action, and see what they need locally. It has to be locally determined. We will come in, we provide assistance or expertise if we have it, but really it has to be local driven. So yes, we can go anywhere where it's necessary, where the need is, but let the local community determine the needs, and we'll come in and we'll work to them in collaborative partnership, as you see what we say.
How about your monitoring mechanisms in terms of, establishing on a project in the areas there? So perhaps going to schools, helping the schools or helping the Pekin without monitoring the activities can lead to so many challenges. And at the end of the day, most organizations, they don't work, not the seafood, or they work not the health fruit at the end of the day because it's lack monitoring mechanism.
Well, that's the whole thing about ownership. Once it's locally owned, we'll come in, we'll evaluate. There'll be a process, and CEO can speak to that because that's one of the key things she stressed.
Yes. Yes.
We get a team within Naina Salon. We get a country representative, and they work with Boku young people then. As much as I can try to be very strategic, I get young people then all over the world where they call me Auntie Hawa. Then Boku with Naina Salon. For example, one of me championed them, Zainab KAMARA. He pulled me into a spelling bee in a postlocker. I'd be so impressed again. I was so that's something I'll not be able to resist. I'll not be getting a work plan. But we mentioned unto me for say if they do a spelling bee in a postlocker, we na both northern and south. I say I go over to me northern area, I can do something there. Na Cambia with Papa Komot Matrane. But postlocker for me was so interesting, and na in do ulting. He talked to me about in concept notes, give me your own advice, but now in there in the lead. Now in there only monitoring and evaluation. Me just help them for sponsor. I make somebody from IB to the KAMARA did it and for talk, but it was fantastic. I mean, then screen online, and for me, it was just something that was different. So yes, we did in the rural area, and we don't even go deeper because things have don't identify, as you say. Picking them, we say they don't even get chair for sit down. They don't even get table for right spot. Area then.
Mr. Abdul, you will be launching the foundation come Friday. What should people expect during the launching, and what's the venue for the launching?
Thank you very much. Because as my board of directors said, so we are here for the launch because we wanted to understand how the system works, because we have the team on the ground already who have been working tirelessly days and night to make sure that this event is going to happen. So I've been waiting. When I remember when you said about April, it was like very far, but I say it's just tomorrow. We'll be having this event tomorrow by 4 p.m. up to 8 p.m. It will depend on how people feel, but I think we are more into vibration, so I think people will even stay longer because it's Friday. It will be the time to show, like, we have beneficiaries, so all these things we're talking about. So there are people who are going to testify and say, this is the impact that we had through these activities, this program that we had. So many things will be happening tomorrow. People will testify and also approve and also, let's say, acknowledge what the organization has been doing for them. So it's not me to say about it. We are waiting for those people tomorrow to testify and approve what we've been doing for all these years.
So what's the venue for the launching?
The venue, it will be here in Freetown. It's
New Brookfield.
Hotel. I'm sorry because I'm not from Sierra Leone.
I know, right?
But I know the place.
So is the launching open to the public, or you have specific people that you have invited?
We invited as many people as we could. Those who are really, those people who do the same thing that we're doing, and also from government, non-government organization, youth, activists, even journalists, as you invited you, as you are the first one actually to know what is happening before everybody knows. So I think we did invite as many we could, and I think they're coming also to make the time.
So we'll be back in December where we'll do a more public thing, but this one just a small amount of people there for lunch, and then we hope so we can December Mama, Papa, Pekin, all man go before join me.
Yeah, Mr. Abdul make mention of testimony of people we una done the work with.
Yes.
So people were there for the part of the launching, get for see these people we una don't help over the years and how their life don't transform through the foundation.
Yes, we get we beneficiaries there because we now want to talk about.
Okay.
For me, that the join and for see the support, the work, the efforts we don't do. While they see girl picking, they talk. It confident. They explain to me what he want for do and how they do them.
Okay.
It means my job is not done. But it means for say I didn't at the right path.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have just few more minutes for wrap up this interview. Make I talk to Mr. Ishmael again. You know, what do you expect so far as part of the launching of the organization? Considering the fact that we don't invite other organizations, them and even perhaps government institution, them where the work related to what they can do in a salon.
Right, again, coming back to that collaborative partnership, we truly believe in. That line at the foundation of these organizations. As he will say, no one person or no one organization can address the multiplicity of challenges and problems we exist in a country like Sierra Leone. We're just ordinary people trying to do the best that we can do, but if we work together, I think all of these ordinary people could do extraordinary things. That's what we hope. We could just come together, we speak the same language, we discuss, we talk. You don't know what's going to come out of it. We know something positive will come out of it. Even when we were doing the planning, a friend called from the USA and said, hey, look, I have an organization over there. You know, can you invite them to the event? I said, sure. In fact, we're on a planning session. Invite them over. Let's come and sit and talk. We learned so much from this group.
Okay.
They're involved with sexual awareness and great things that we go ECOWAS and fed that case. Right there, we have a partnership. We're going to be collaborating. And of course, we're amplifying in Sierra Leone the work we do. So hopefully, you know, that will make us a stronger organization, will have more impact. Just the fact that we're doing this launch.
So, who that Una gets the pie in face?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. And then, sorry, I'm so emotional waiting.
Okay, yes, I see. I see. So sorry.
It means so much to me.
Okay.
For my good, they do this type of work here. And for really uplift me people, then me family, then the people in Sierra Leone. So the passion where I get, I don't know if Salon able for contain and serve. So now ready.
We are ready.
Yeah, what I get? I don't know.
The pie in face.
I mean,
I ain't getting it.
Oh, okay.
We're not a politician.
Okay.
I involved for politics. You know, whatnot. I be lawyer, I be diplomat, all of these things. You know, a public servant, civil servant. So, you know, the kind of society we're there. I mean, men, obviously, we don't involve for that in a long time, but now that narrative they want change.
Okay.
So, you know, that's why we have our sister here as the CEO.
Somebody go once say it's rhetoric, or I want to ask a question. I no need for asking, but I will say it's quite important for ask. Say, how una feel, you know, establishing this at this time, especially now the parts of the world where una papa, you know, make so much impact. I will start with you, Mr. Ishmael.
Look, as we've all said, you know, you have to give back. Now that we grow up with. And most of the things we hear are stories from people. We be young, Papa die, but they say I'll be the first Timmy lawyer.
Oh, okay.
All the Timmies went to him for their legal issues. And from what we understand, he didn't charge most of them. So we grew up with that. Giving back. The mosque, they're saying I can give the most money for starting Timmy mosque. So we grew up with that. I mean, our parents would have been very upset with us if we didn't find something to do, to give back, something that makes impact. I mean, what better than a mosque? In school, same thing, supporting in school. So this is personal.
Okay.
It's personal. It's something that needs to be done, and if we all can do it, different families can do it, you know, we can make Sierra Leone such a great place. It's a great place. We can make it even a better place. Okay. So that's what it is for us.
Yes, sir. Madam Awa?
Yeah, no, very personal. As Ismail they say, me, I grew up, my man from the Pujon area, the south. And when me Papa died, I be all 9. Yesterday na my birthday, I turned 61.
Oh, happy birthday.
So imagine now.
Oh, wow, you're 61.
61.
Wow,
Yeah,
you look so good.
I don't grow up at the later than my mama in bed in America. They hear it, but story them, but salon independence, but the first cabinet, but this, Shakam, Steve
Yes,
is
yes,
so the
yes.
story then at me head.
Okay.
And as Isma they say, with the area other people in the talk, but waiting with Papa don't do. So for me, now obligation,
Okay.
no questions asked. And we don't inspire by mama, we say we go for give back to salon. Just because not so young we grow up, we go for give back and we go for help, we go for make sure salon day usai if a day at the world stage. So for me, even after working for so many years, and I say I get so many picking there. Where China man they call me Auntie Hawa. I don't for say I get for Kana salon for make I do something.
Yeah.
So I just said to myself, okay, I will continue on a global scale for help young people there, women them. But I make sure for say I put my own country as number 1 because na my duty.
So this now a legacy where for past through generations yet
For-
unborn.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Finally, Mr. Abdul, we are wrapping up now. We have talked about the organization, your plans in establishing in Sierra Leone and all of those things. So what's your final take on all what we have said, especially to people that have been listening to the show today about the organization, the launch, and your plans for people, should I say less privileged people in the country? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. Because it's not an event actually, because it's a process. Because you cannot say we've already succeeded or achieved our goals. The goal is like unlimited, let's say, path. Because we are starting, but we want the next generation to do the same. So that's why we cannot sit down and say our job has been completed. So what we do, we try to involve as many people as we can, and also we see if other people they can do the same thing that IBTK Foundation is doing.
Okay.
So coming back again to the needs of the people, because we live in a world of myriad problems. So we cannot solve all the problems at the same time, but we need to cooperate, collaborate, and also partner with others.
Okay.
So the best thing is that if you also see CPIC FM or something is getting ready to work with us, you're also welcome to work with us. So we are open to work with anybody who is also willing to bring this impact to the community, especially to Sierra Leone. If you're in Sierra Leone and you say we want to do something, next time maybe you will be part of us and we can partner and do something.
Sure. That's a good one. Thank you so much, Chief Strategist, Mr. Abdul, and also, Antiwa, you want to say anything finally as we wrap up? Any other thing?
No, that I'm just so excited for Denaya and for Dena home base. I mean, that's a JC.
I know, right?
And I look forward for meet everybody and for work for everybody on a continuous basis. May God bless everybody.
Thank you so much. And in name na our Telo KAMARA Diallo, President and Director for the TB Taylor KAMARA Foundation, and we also beget Ishmael Taylor KAMARA, and also the Chief Strategist, where they don't talk a lot about the organization and waiting and plan for people in the country as well for uplift the spirit and the life of people, more especially inside in the aspect of education. Continue for listening to Epic Radio 99.3 FM as we get more exciting things them in store for now.
We come on our side.